Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in today at 158 pounds even. In 92 professional bouts, he scored 85 victories with 61 KOs and garnered 4 world championships. Tonight, he is the challenger again. Señoras y señores, con el barrio Chorrillo en la ciudad de Panamá, el hombre con los manos de piedra, Roberto Durán. And fighting out of the red corner, he's wearing the black trunks and weighed in at an even 160 pounds from Potomac, Maryland. This 1976 Olympic gold medal champion has a professional record of 35 victories, 25 by KO against only 1 defeat and 1 draw, with 6 world championships in 5 different weight divisions. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the WBC super middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Okay, I spoke to both fighters in the dressing room. I'm cautioning you again, obey my commands at all times. Shake hands, good luck.
Richard Steele, the referee, with the final instructions. Tim Ryan with Gil Clancy and former middleweight champion of the world, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, ready now for 12 rounds for the WBC super middleweight crown held by Ray Leonard. The crowd about evenly divided by the best my ears can say. There are a lot of Durán fans here as expected, and a good contingent of Leonard fans. We'll find out who cheers the loudest as the fight progresses. Round number 1.
I think we're going to see this plan of Ray Leonard's moving side to side, trying to frustrate Roberto Durán the way he did in the second fight. And when he gets the opportunity, he will throw punches. So that leg, those legs are going to hope that they carry him through this fight.
Sugar Ray Leonard down twice in the draw against Tommy Hearns, its last outing. Durán knocked down Iran Barkley en route to a 12-round decision.
Well, they're both faking each other, faking the punches, both trying to pull each other out right now. Neither one of them is trying to get careless from the first.
You know, Durán throws that jab out, but he doesn't really try to hit anything. It's just like a rangefinder, waiting to see what you're going to do. Then he looks to nail you with the second punch.
Well, Leonard just landed a nice left hand. That was the first punch of the fight right now.
Well, you're going to see Ray doing a lot of this, covering this big ring, side to side.
21 feet inside the ropes of this ring. He's using all of it in this first round. Good jab by Leonard.
Durán looks very good. He looks in good shape.
Looks in good shape, but he hasn't landed the punches yet.
Well, that one there, the first. The right hand to the side of Leonard's head. A good left back from Leonard.
Well, I think that the people must admit that it's good to see him back in here to regain himself.
Both guys in good condition.
Left to the body by Durán. Combination scored by Leonard.
Well, that's what you're going to see from Ray Leonard. And you notice he's using that jab the way he did in the second fight, Tim. According to the punch stat, he used it twice as much in the second fight as he did in the first. So I think you're going to see him working off that jab.
Well, you know, Durán has a very quick right hand himself, so
yes,
Leonard can't be stationary too long.
Nice right hand by Leonard.
They both want to end this fight early.
Tremendous concentration by Leonard here in this first round. Continuation of what he said that has been the primary means of training for this bout. Concentration.
Tim, I would say concentration by both fighters.
Body shot from Leonard, the best of that exchange.
Leonard's trying to frustrate him again already from the start.
End of round one. At fight time in Las Vegas. Round number 2, scheduled for 12.
Well, Durán is really going to have to take it to Leonard.
Well, what Ray is going to look to do, lull him to sleep a little bit side to side, get in, hit him with good combinations, and then get back out again.
Durán surely is expecting this attack, though, gentlemen. He cannot be surprised.
No question about it.
So his question, the question about Durán then is, how patient can he be? How effectively can he cut off the ring?
Well, you can see he's trying to cut the ring off now on Leonard, you know? And that's a smart thing to do. But as you know, you cannot let Leonard get the lead in the beginning of the fights. So I would suspect that Durán would have to throw some punches.
Right hand lead landed by Leonard, a counter return by Durán.
The main thing which I worry about, by Durán getting down to 158, get his zap in his energy. And we'll find out in the late rounds. This fight here, they both play the same game. Durán is like that also.
Durán getting a little more range counter-punching and lands a good right to the body.
Durán has always been known as a good body puncher anyway.
Well, he is getting the range a little bit now, Tim. A little low by Roberto.
Left hook lead scored by Leonard before the low blow return.
Well, like I said, both of these guys, there's no difference in them because they both know each other.
Ray is trying to feel his legs under him.
Now Ray, for the first time, starting to smile, look a little more confident, a little more relaxed.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing he did against Tommy, and next thing you know, he went down.
And now a little of a return to New Orleans stuff.
He's working on Roberto's mind right now.
So far,
Hey, there we go. He's working on Roberto's mind.
the first bolo move.
Polo move and then followed by the jab. That's what he did in the second fight. Here he is side to side again. And Roberto hasn't changed his pattern one bit.
Well, I think Roberto knows that he's got to get Leonard to come to him on the throw punches.
But now when they got into a punching exchange, Leonard was able to out-punch him and then get out.
Get out. And this is where Durán has to follow him back and continue to throw punches. This is what Durán is trying to do.
End of round number 2. Let's follow Ray Leonard back to his corner. Pepe Correa, the trainer.
It's gonna be like this all night long. It's gonna be like, come on, like, it's gonna be like this all night long, fellas. All right, water bucket. Mouthpiece is coming out this round. Okay, get that Vaseline back on his face again. Ray, we go with the double sticks. Unless you plan to throw a right hand off a single jab, we go with the double sticks. Okay, now. He don't like it in the body. I can see it already. Every time you get a chance, deal in the body, but you want to go to the body with both hands. You drop off a jab, you drop a hard right hand to the body, come back with the left hook to the head. Got it?
We're joined at ringside by former world bantamweight champion Richie Sandoval, and we plugged him in, and he will be interpreting for us the corner instructions given to Roberto Durán, and we'll pick that up between the next rounds. Round number 3. We've scored the first 2 for Leonard. The second one a little more convincingly than the first.
Durán, he looks a little tight. The first 2 rounds, he looked tight.
Durán looks like Durán.
He looks like Durán right now.
This is exactly the way he fought Ray Leonard both times. He doesn't rely on a good snappy jab, just pushes it out, waits for something to happen, and then tries to counter.
Yes. But every time when the end of the round, he'll shake his arm. He's still not loose yet.
Roberto is going to have to nail Ray with a big punch, slow him down a little bit.
Counter right by Durán, and then Leonard ties him up.
I believe that Ray feels that he's a lot stronger this time than what he was the first 2 times.
Left caught Durán leaning.
And the difference between Leonard fighting a Durán and a Tommy Hearns is that Tommy Hearns is a big, tall guy. And when he thought he was out of Tommy's range a couple of times, that's when he got nailed. But Roberto was a short guy, so he just keeps Roberto where he wants him, and Roberto just can't quite reach him. Not up to this point, anyhow.
Ray has said privately that he's glad to be boxing a smaller man for the first time in his last 3 bouts. Hagler, Lalonde, Hearns. Right hand lead landed, but he paid for it with a right return from Durán.
But Durán is watching very, very good. He's not trying to make any mistakes, and then he's waiting for Leonard to punch so he can counter.
Leonard quickly off the ropes.
After another round of this, they'll go right back into the first 2 fights. No difference in the styles.
Well, Pepe Correa in Leonard's corner said try to nail him to the body. Doesn't like those body shots. That could be for taking all that weight off in a hurry.
Well, what's funny, well, Leonard's been knocked down twice, and Durán's been knocked out. So they both should have some kind of confidence that knowing that one of them can go.
And Leonard nailed him, and Roberto just shook his head, which is an old Latin trick.
Yeah, well, Durán, when he's in the inside, he's fighting kind of sloppy. His timing is off a little bit.
Leonard's concentration is just great in this fight. A thinking man's fighter. That's Ray Leonard.
Final seconds, round 3, and there's a little nostalgia from New Orleans.
If he keeps this up, he's going to drive Durán crazy.
That may be the idea. And a little mugging as they head back to their corners.
Durán's got to stop trying to fight Leonard's fight and go in there and throw punches.
Well, so far, Leonard has a perfect fight plan.
Don't get macho with him, man.
Round number 4. Scheduled for 12.
Leonard's corner told him not to go get cocky on him now.
Well, they said save the macho stuff for later in the fight. They expect Durán to wind down.
Well, this is the time that Leonard's going to do anything to get Durán now, because Durán might start to loosen up.
He can't get near Ray Leonard. Ray is keeping Durán exactly where he wants him.
Pouring that hand out there, the left hand out there.
That's what Durán does. He doesn't snap a jab out. He just paws with the left hand.
Yes, but now I can read it that Leonard's trying to catch, going to read that right hand. He's going to throw the right hand over top of that left jab.
Well, that's if he wants to take that chance, Ma, because Durán keeps that right hand of his cocked. That's what he's waiting for you to do.
But Durán is letting Leonard rough him up. Also, when they get in tight.
Low blow from Leonard. First connecting jab from Durán, not much on it.
Leonard's fought him before, so he kind of felt very comfortable in there.
No damage. Inside now, Leonard with an uppercut.
Leonard has to keep using that left jab. He can't forget the jab. Now he's moving around. He's not snapping that jab out. There's a good jab.
Leonard's trying to use psychology and the movement. He's trying to put all these things together right now against Durán. And he's got Durán hesitating.
Right hand by Durán.
Started it with a left hook and landed the right behind it.
Durán has to get closer.
Really bang heads in there. Both trying to get close.
Durán has to show that he's just as strong as Leonard.
dancing in these early rounds. It has to be a question as to how long he can keep that up.
Well, there's a moment of truth in every fight, Tim. Eventually, they're going to settle down.
Leonard's mouth is bleeding at the moment.
There is some blood on the lower lip. It may be that his teeth were driven into the front of his mouth.
And it also could be a head.
And it is bothering Ray Leonard. There's no question about that.
Good jab to finish the round.
Well, Durán looked a lot better that round.
I need more jabs. I need more jabs. Okay? When you do this side, tuck that right hand and double that foot to the side, slide right back out though. Okay? A little more body. Give myself this basket. Water bucket. Finish that mouth. Double wrist that mouth right now. Keep still, baby. Keep still. There we go.
Okay. Apretado ahora. Anótale con el jab. ¿Me entiendes? Yeah. Y empieza a buscar esa derecha. Empieza a usar esa derecha. Oíste, compa. Por toda la hora. Prométeme.
Richie Sandoval, what were they telling Durán?
They're telling Roberto to put more pressure and then come out with the right hand. You know, lead off with the right.
Into round number 5.
You know, this may help. The fact that Leonard is bleeding may help Durán psychologically, because Leonard was playing games with his mind, but now Roberto sees that there is some damage to Ray Leonard. Might give him a little pep.
Well, you know what's bad, though? Leonard's getting away with a lot of dirty tactics right now by putting the arms down on Roberto's head every time he gets in close, and the referee is not seeing it. That's the old Ali's tricks.
And in Leonard's corner, they complained to the referee that Durán butted him. That's what caused that cut inside his mouth.
Well, I think it may well have, but as I recall the incident, both heads came together. I don't think there was any intention at all.
Oh, absolutely
an intentional butt.
Well, Durán is definitely trying to put the pressure on Leonard now.
Again, Marv, there's going to be some time in this fight when they're going to settle down and fight. Then we'll see. And meanwhile, Leonard can steal these rounds, and the blood is streaming out of Leonard's mouth right now.
And it is probably bothering Leonard right now.
Leonard is going to have to get a little bit more aggressive. He's moving around. And now he threw a big right hand, but missed by a mile. He has to remember that left jab. That's Leonard's key weapon right at the moment.
Richard Steele warning Durán for hitting on the break, and now stopping time to have tape prepare on the left glove of Ray Leonard.
Okay. Tim, we were talking about the crowd reaction. I think the crowd right now has been swayed to Roberto Durán's side. A lot of booing that time when referee Richard Steele stopped it.
Well, Leonard now, you know he will settle down now, because now he started to try to punch, but he's a bigger man.
Leonard is a pretty tough kid. Gets right down to the nitty-gritty. I expect Ray to stay in there and throw those combinations. Now you can hear the crowd again. Durán.
Durán could want this here fight too much. That it tightens you up.
Very little offensive movement on Ray Leonard's part at the moment.
Well, and Durán, for his part, has been very patient during the first 4 rounds, it seems to me, expecting what he's seeing and letting Ray circle and move.
Well, Durán's been looked like he's been concentrating more on the body. And as again, you can see both guys are missing shots that they never would have missed before.
Well, 38 and 33 will do that to you, Marvin. End of round number 5.
I think Durán hates him too much.
Let's go back into the 4th round, and we'll see where we believe the contact occurred that caused the cut inside Leonard's lip. See, they both go in together, and that's a pretty good smack there. No question that that's where it occurred, driving Ray's mouth into his teeth.
All right, now, Tim, with the WBC rules, if Richard Steele did not rule out a butt, if Ray has to stop it, they have to stop the fight because of this cut. He's going to be the loser. Unless Richard Steele said, yes, it was caused by a butt. And I don't think he did. There it is again. That's a vicious butt. And again, not intentional on Roberto Duran's part, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, you know, I like to say, you know, in New Jersey, they have to wear gloves now because of the AIDS thing. And look at him putting his fingers in the Ray's mouth.
Well, we're in Nevada. That's one difference.
I'll tell you one thing, that rule from Jersey would work good tonight because then their hands would stay warm because it's cold.
Eddie Aliano having to do work on the mouth of Ray Leonard. We're into round 6, scheduled for 12.
And for the first time, really, Duran got the range with the jabs.
Well, I think maybe the blood coming out of Leonard's mouth can't help. You see?
There's Leonard. He took a left, but he slipped as the blow landed.
Ray is going to have to get back and do a little more offensively. He's letting Duran pull him around, chase him around the ring.
Duran wants this more than anything, and you could feel it. You see it in his eyes.
Duran, they're really trying to close him to the corner. Ray tied him up effectively.
He wants to knock Ray out. But you can't do it one shot.
Ray is very, very hesitant. I think he's very conscious of that cut lip.
Yeah, it's bothering him. Look at the holder behind the head.
A warning from Richard Steele for that.
Well, he also told Durant, protect yourself at all times.
This part of the ring, Leonard always seems like he has a little
Good left hook by Ray Leonard. Good left hook counter.
Right hand lead landed by Leonard. Duran ties him up.
He's going to have to start throwing some punches, Tim. Leonard, it's all, you know, Duran is pressing Leonard, but every time Leonard feints, Duran stops. I mean, he's not exactly the most aggressive guy in the world. He's giving the impression that he is.
Landed a left to the body. Leonard circled out of the corner easily. Now Duran sits in there, hoping to
nice combination by Leonard. Good left hook.
Good left hook. Good right
other
uppercut.
left. So Duran gambled there and lost, and now Leonard picks up the pace. A good left and a right behind it.
And he thinks he has Duran hurt. Well, I told you, Tim, that he's settled down eventually, and he has.
Duran trying to tie him up.
This is what Duran wants to fight, but he's not doing nothing. This is the right way to fight, Leonard. Now you give Leonard this much less back.
Right hand by Leonard. A left to the body. Counter from Duran. That got Ray's attention.
He nailed Duran with another right hand.
And then the bolo here punching on the break. And a right hand lead
by Leonard. And Duran is not punching back.
A smile from Duran will not get it done. Into round 6.
I believe that no mask really affected Duran.
A right hand lead by Leonard. We'll have Richie Sandoval tell us what they're saying to Duran. Carlos Hibbert complained to Richard Steele about the refereeing. And there's the bolo with.
But that was a foul, Tim. And Richard Steele warned him, and properly, because he look at him pull Roberto's head down. And then that Ray Leonard is a tough guy.
Carlos Hibbert yelling at referee Steele, who did warn Leonard. Now, Richie Sandoval, what did they tell Duran?
Hibbert was yelling at Roberto, telling him, come on, we're behind right now. We're way behind right now. We got to get going. We got to get something started.
Well, Hibbert agrees with us. We've got Leonard comfortably ahead at this point into round 7.
I think Duran is not fighting the fight that he really wants to.
Very half-hearted left hook to the body by Roberto Duran.
Tim Ryan with Gil Clancy, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, former bantamweight champion of the world Richie Sandoval, helping us with the Spanish translation.
So far, this fight has gone exactly the way Ray Leonard planned it. Frustrate him, score points. When you catch him off, nail him with a couple of good punches.
You letting Ray do just what he wants to do out there.
You know, every time Leonard feints, Durán stops. So he's not really the aggressor that you think he is.
Right, and then Leonard will come up with a quick punch.
Has Durán exactly where he wants him, right in the range that he wants him at the moment.
You wonder now if Durán wondered if he's getting old.
Well, you know, he can get old all of a sudden in there, Marv.
Of course he can.
And again, he took all that weight off in a hurry. Nobody to blame for that but himself.
No, the money.
It's half-hearted punches by Roberto Durán at the moment. Maybe he's trying to lull Ray Leonard to sleep.
It appears that Eddie Aliano, the cut man, has done a good job in stopping the flow of blood inside the mouth of Ray Leonard. None apparent here in round 7.
Well, Eddie Aliano is one of the best in the business.
Well, Leonard gets in trouble now when he stops him that. It stays there too long. You know, and he gets tapped on the chin. His legs begins to wobble a little bit now.
Good left hook by Leonard.
Durán is throwing half-hearted punches now, Tim. Do you notice that?
Maybe he don't want to.
Yes, he's landing them, but without a lot of sting, and now we must question the stamina factor of how much strength was given up in getting down to the weight.
That was a nice sucker punch in there. He drawed him in, caught Leonard with a nice left hook.
It's all a jab by Durán. Now a little blood again from the mouth of Ray Leonard.
Right here is where you shouldn't let Leonard get that rest.
Durán throw one punch and grab, and Leonard out punches him again.
Good combination by Leonard, snapping the head back of Durán. Sneak right fell short. Final seconds of round 7.
Durán is progressively looking older, Tim.
Yeah.
Round number 8, scheduled for 12. Ray Leonard remarked after the first fight in Montreal that the eyes of Roberto Durán reminded him of Charles Manson, a scary character of that era, now still in jail for a mass murder. But Roberto Durán, as Gil pointed out, showing the age as one would expect he would at age 38, but he summoned up quite a lot at age 37 against Barkley.
Big right hand by Sugar Ray Leonard. Caught Roberto coming in,
and right then, that's when Durán should have jumped back in the fight. He's losing the fight now because he's getting tagged and he's letting Leonard build up his confidence.
Tell you, Marv, after Ray Leonard that right hand, I looked at the canvas to see if Roberto was down. Didn't wobble. Nothing happened except he just doesn't have any fire, Roberto.
It just seems like Roberto really don't want to be in there now.
Which is hard to believe. Those eyes are not there that Ray Leonard described. And yet to hear Durán in preparation for this fight, it meant everything to him. The redemption from New Orleans. The infamous no mas.
Again, Tim, the only shot Roberto Durán has in this fight is to land a good, solid punch and really hurt Ray Leonard. He's got no chance to win a decision, in my opinion.
Durán tries to grab with the left hand to see whether he's going to punch or not. By him standing there, hesitating, Leonard is punching and moving. He should jump on Leonard. He stopped cutting the ring off.
The thing that's keeping him from jumping on him is every time Ray feints a punch, Durán stops.
But he's not cutting the ring off on Ray at all.
He gets him in front of him, Marv, but what happens, again, he respects Ray's punching power. There's another right hand by Ray Leonard. He just has Roberto Durán's number tonight.
Yeah, he's fought him before. They know each other.
We're in the 8th round.
Now, why did Durán stop? Why did Durán stop punching right then? It seemed like he had something going.
Well, there's a 5-year difference between the two guys, 38 and 33. That could be one reason.
Leonard still cannot get careless in there. This is a big fight.
As I say, one punch could turn things around, but right now it's all Sugar Ray Leonard.
Even inside, Leonard scoring as they break.
You know, they've been watching Durán's foot. How Durán, you know, he crosses over on his feet. And that's when they try to catch him. When Leonard switches back to the other side, Durán is stuck on that side.
Leonard backs into the rope and is willing to flurry there. Got the better of it.
Well, Durán threw one punch and stopped.
I think Durán is not that strong, and he's trying to preserve some of that energy for maybe if it goes long rounds.
Final seconds of the 8th, the body attack from Leonard.
Durán should not be waiting.
More blood from that mouth, Tim, coming out of the corner than at any time since early in the fight. That's strange.
Ray Leonard, I think, knows, as he should, that he's ahead, the way we see it. Made some comment about the hell with the crowd. I guess the suggestion being made that he should try to do more than he has, but he's so much in control of this fight. I think he's wisely saying, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Now Durán, planning there, lands a combination of the body.
That was the best punches that Durán has thrown all night. Because Durán should be concentrating more on Leonard's body. He's concentrating on his head.
And there's Ray in and out, side to side.
He knows that Durán is slow, and I'm surprised that Durán has not used that quick right hand. Wait for Leonard's jab and then shoot the right hand like that. More to the body, Durán should be going. Keeping that left hand up a little higher for Ray's right hand.
But again, it's Leonard leading, landing punches and escaping. That's getting some boos from Durán fans.
Yeah, but now Leonard's starting to listen to the crowd. Where he said he wasn't going to listen to the crowd, he started getting flat-footed again.
You know, Marv, you mentioned that Durán may be trying to conserve energy. We're into the 9th round. What is he saving it for?
I believe he's got a lot of pressure. Anything that works for you when you have your family here, like his wife and his mother here.
But you said he's trying to conserve energy. It looks to me like he's conserving it for the senior prom.
Well, the fight's not over yet.
Well, he's so far behind, he's going to have to score a knockout.
But I think that's maybe what he's looking for. But that's when you know when you look for a knockout, sometimes it never comes. You keep holding it all night.
But he's not going to score it, Marv, unless he starts throwing some punches.
He's got to go to the body. He's got to put more pressure, cut the ring off of Leonard, and go right to the body.
Again, Ray is just staying out of his punching range. Just can't reach Ray.
You got to make him fight you.
Leonard for 33, showing excellent stamina to this point.
Stamina and speed.
Look
at that left hand. Look where his left hand is, down around his knee.
And every time Durán leans back, he comes forward, and that's when Leonard hits him with the right hand. Watch Durán when he tries to get out of the way. See, there you go. That's it. Because Durán is rocking.
Well, what he does is Leonard puts you to sleep, then nails you with a few punches, wins the round, and that's all he has. There he is again.
Now Leonard driving Durán back into the ropes.
Perfect fight plan for Sugar Ray Leonard.
Durán on the ropes and Leonard in command, and now draws him out as the bell ends. Round number 9. A virtual shutout as we see it. Sugar Ray Leonard.
Beautiful. Now, look what you got here. When you touch him in the belly, you're already down there. All you have to do is shoot the right hand over top on the chin. If you miss it, step in and spin around it. All right? Stay to the right. Stay to the right. You'll kill him with the right turns. He's going to always be late. Keep him missing. What round we got? 10th round. 10th round coming up, baby. We got 9 minutes.
Y ataca de vez en cuando con la derecha, y cuando está contra la soga, Robert, cuando está contra la soga, tiene que aprovechar, papá, porque es duro. Eso está bien. Cuando tú coges tu chance.
As we watch this replay, Richie Sandoval, tell us what they're saying to Durán, please.
They're saying that actually when Leonard's against the ropes, he's got to put pressure on him and start banging. He's not doing anything. He's just staying there and stalling.
Well, his handlers are agreeing with our view at this point. We have Leonard comfortably ahead, and there is no fire in the eyes of Roberto Durán.
No, I think basically, Sister Gomez, all he wants to do is go in there again and show the people if he lasts the distance, that he went in there again and he regained a little bit of something back.
I don't agree with that, Marvin. I think he thought he could win this fight, but Leonard has discouraged him.
And Leonard is banging him right hands to the ribs. And there's that left hook after showing him the right hand.
Maybe there's the age factor.
whatever it is, Roberto Durán, and there it is again. Ray is just defying him with that right hand.
Come on, work it, get out.
Ray Leonard, who loves the challenges, loves to beat the experts. Those who criticize the performance, and rightfully so, against Tommy Hearns, all it did was drive him to what he's doing right now. Excelling one more time.
Well, I give Leonard a lot of credit for his game plan, but I can't understand. Roberto Durán wants this so bad. Why is it not a better fight?
Well, as you said, he was trying to conserve energy. I can't figure out what he's conserving the energy for.
Punch it out there. Punch it out. Come on.
Well, Gil, like you said, maybe it's too late now, but you know, again, it only takes one punch.
Well, that's it. Then
And
there's that right hand again.
That's the punch that Leonard's corner was teaching him to throw.
Again, Roberto's not going to land the big punch unless he takes chances. He's going to have to take chances and try to reach for him. Take a chance of maybe getting nailed, but he's going to have to throw some punches.
He doesn't have it.
Come on, work it.
All that
That's the answer.
Okay, let's be honest.
Nice double left hook by Sugar Ray Leonard.
We're in the 10th round, scheduled for 12. Sugar Ray Leonard's title at stake. A right hand lead by Durán landed, didn't bother Leonard.
Yeah, but he should throw more of those. Just throw him. What he's got to lose?
You know, Sugar Ray Leonard had some tough sparring partners. Engels Pedrosa, one of the best young punchers around. So he's prepared for guys who can throw punches.
You have to wonder whether or not Roberto Durán wants this fight.
Durán just can't get off, Bob. He just can't get off. Can't get off. And the crowd is reacting.
And Leonard, that's where Leonard wants to keep him.
Combination landed by Durán, but Leonard just fired back on his own, scored just as well. Now Ray's eyes wide open there. There's a lot of confidence showing through. He took a couple of shots from Durán. They didn't seem to disturb him in any way.
Takes chances, Ray. Way ahead in the fight and really reached with that right hand.
He wants to come right at him now. Take him out of here.
Couple extra shots after the bell by both fighters. The end of round number 10.
I know Sugar Ray Leonard pretty well. He's way ahead in this fight. He doesn't have to take a chance. I think he may go out and do something spectacular in these next 2 rounds.
I agree with you, Gil. I think he is a man of the moment. He loves the spotlight. He loves the stage. He loves to gamble and risk.
I mean, all he has to do now is feint, jab, and walk around the ring for 2 rounds, and he's got it won. But I don't think he'll be satisfied with that.
Well, Durán's face don't look like he really wants to win the fight.
No,
you can see in the fighter's face.
He's discouraged, Marv.
Work it, get out of there. Work it.
He looked like a 38-year-old man just then. Very good concentration on Ray Leonard's part. He's sticking right to that fight plan.
And still excellent movement. Here we are into 11 rounds. After all, he's 33. His legs were questioned after the Hearns fight, and yet he has been moving constantly through 10.
Side to side, side to side.
Because Roberto, he's keeping Roberto off balance when he goes to the right.
When they do get on the inside, it's Leonard with all of the firepower.
And that should be where Roberto Durán wants to be.
Oh, if he can't beat him inside, Mom, be sure he's not going to outbox him.
You know it.
So at this point, a masterful performance by Sugar Ray Leonard. And a disappointing one from Roberto Durán. Well, mainly in terms of the lack of fire, let alone firepower.
I thought I'd see a little more out of Ray Leonard this round, Tim. He's winning the round, but again, as they told him, forget the crowd, just win the fight.
I can't believe why Durán is not moving his head to the side. He's moving it straight back.
Durán has nothing right at the moment, Marv. There's Ray's playing now.
Some of the showboat from Ray, who certainly can feel safe at this stage based on what's occurred so far.
Well, the fight's not over yet, and you can't get too overconfident.
Ooh, big right hand by Leonard.
By Durán, and Leonard's eye is cut.
Blocked Durán, and they clashed heads again.
That was the hardest shot that Durán threw.
I think it was a good right hand by Durán.
And that's what he was saving for, reserving.
They both landed, and the most damaging one clearly was by Durán. Just after Marvin Hagler said the fight isn't over yet.
And now they should perk Durán up to go after the eye.
End of round 11.
That's what Durán been looking for all night.
They threw right hands simultaneously, and I think you guys are right that it was the blow, but their heads did come close together.
Take a look, Ray.
But now, Ray Leonard, they're telling him no problem.
That's all right.
What about
I think he might have hurt his hand, Durán.
All right, so let's stay inside. Let's stay inside. Go back inside, baby. No need for that. Speed up. And again. You got it? Yeah. Okay.
Got the left hand up now. Protect that eye.
No, run. Run to hold it.
All right, Eddie Aliana working on the cut on the left eyelid. Let's see it.
Let's take a look at this exchange of right hands. Leonard's right on the eye, Tim. It was a right hand by Roberto Durán that opened that cut.
And you saw a big right hand by Ray Leonard that buckled the legs of Durán. But the damage done by Durán to the left eye of Leonard, final round.
You have to worry now whether that blood would bother him in this last round.
One of the best cut men in the business, Eddie Aliano, has got that Ativan shoved in there, and there's still blood coming down Ray Leonard's cheek. But again, he's just about safely home as far as I'm concerned. If anything should encourage Durán, it should be right now.
Right now,
firing.
right after him.
You know, after he cut Leonard's eye last round, he never threw another punch. He just kept stalking him the way he's been doing all fight.
Right now, he should be cutting that ring, put a little bit more pressure on him.
No punches from Roberto Durán.
Blood from the mouth of Ray Leonard and from the eye cut in round 11.
You know, Tim, if you look at both of these guys when the fight's over, you think that Durán won the fight.
Durán, I don't know what Durán. I think the blood is starting to bother Ray a little bit, and he might get a little careless in there and start the fight, worrying about the eye, which maybe he can't see.
Judges are Jerry Roth from Las Vegas, Joe Cortez from New Jersey, Bob Logis from Belgium. And if this goes the distance, it'll be in their hands. As we see it, Leonard is comfortably ahead to this point. But suddenly this damage to the face of Ray Leonard.
Well, Tim, they're not going to stop the fight in the last round of a title fight. As far as I'm concerned, this fight's over.
Yeah, now, the eye.
I'm going out on a limb saying that, but
right now, Durán should be right after him.
Well, he just keeps. Durán's used the same pattern for the entire fight. No change of strategy.
What's Durán waiting for?
Well, one would think he'd just bull rush in here. That's his only chance.
You know that Leonard's just trying to beat that clock up.
Tried it there, and Leonard escaped easily.
And the crowd doesn't like it, Tim. Now Ray's moving around with his hands down.
Switching from southpaw to right-handed.
And Durán is mugging. Durán should be punching, not mugging.
Leonard was the heavy favorite coming into this bout, and most of the boxing experts picked him to win. Some went with Durán. To this point in the bout, he has excelled, I think, even the expectations of all those who thought he should win the fight.
Well, this fight's going to be over.
Final seconds. That's it. Durán raising his hands. I'm not sure what for, but Ray Leonard,
well, Tim,
in the arms of his handlers.
We have Leonard comfortably ahead in the fight. There's no question in my mind that he won it. I guarantee you the judges scored scoring we were a lot closer than ours.
Well, I think you're no doubt right, and we'll find out shortly.
I felt Ray won the fight.
Marvin Hagler and Gil Clancy and Tim Ryan all think that Ray Leonard has won the fight.
Okay. All right, Marvin, you know, you mentioned that the fight wasn't over and looked like Ray Leonard was coasting. All of a sudden, they both threw right hands. Now, if Duran's right hand would have landed maybe 4 inches lower, he may have scored a knockout.
Well, that's what it was. I thought the same thing, because it was a solid.
Let's take a look at it. There's the punch stats. Total punches, Leonard landed 222. 227 and 52%. Duran only 14% of his punches.
Oh, beautiful.
Well, either he was way off or this is the end of the trail for him.
But you know why I got the opportunity? I'd like to say happy birthday to my son, Gentry. He's 19 years old tonight.
But you don't have time to sing to him. We have to get back to this fight.
Okay. Great fight.
Well, I wouldn't say it was a great fight. I think it was a great tactical performance by Sugar Ray Leonard. He completely frustrated Durán, kept him exactly where he wanted him for the entire fight. Just really was never in danger. All right, now let's go up to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's the official scoring. Jerry Roth scores the bout 119 to 109. Joe Cortez scores it 116 to 111. And Bob Logis scores the bout 120 to 110 for the winner by unanimous decision. And still, WBC Super Middleweight Champion of the World, Sugar Ray Leonard.